All right, lesson 58, percent word problems, okay? These are more either percent increase or percent decrease. So we did increase already, all right? So just this will be a review for the percent increase. And so that would be a BIA box, which again stands for before, increase, after, and the before is always 100%, okay? That middle columns are percents. Maybe you're increasing by 50%, so then you'd put a 50 here and you'd add to get 150. Maybe you're increasing by 130%, then you put 130 here, so you get 230 at the bottom, okay? And then you figure out your before and your after, or what you're looking for. All right, for a percent decrease, this one is new. We are going to do BDA for decrease. All right, which stands for before, decrease, after. We still put 100 here, all right? Now, if I decrease by 30%, what's going to go in the after? Good. If I decrease by 10%, what's going to go in the after? Good. So the main difference here is you are going to subtract this to get that, okay? All right, let's practice a couple. Jane and Faye have 32 bagatelles left. If they began with 160 bagatelles, what percent of the original number remains? So is this an increase or a decrease? Yes. So read carefully. They have 32 and they began with 160. So here's their current situation. Here's what they had before. So they're decreasing, all right? So I want to do a BDA box, and we put 100% for our before. Okay, what number goes with the before? Yep, 160. What number goes with the after? 32. All right, so if they began with 160, what percent of the original number remains? Where do you think we're going to put our X? Yes, okay. This is the part that remains, so it's the after part. All right, so what I have is 100 over X equals 160 over 32. We can cross off that whole middle row. And then we cross multiply, so I have 100 times 32 equals 160 times X. And again, you have to be able to do these without a calculator, and they give you a lot of times really nice numbers. So like this 0 can cancel with this 0. How many times does 16 go into 32? Good. And then I do 2 times 10, and I get 20. And we are solving for a percent right here. All right. That after is 20% is what percent remains. All right, Caesar's Legion had an inventory of 2,400 pairs of shoes. If they normally wear out 30% of their supply by the end of the fiscal year, how many pairs of shoes remain at the end of the fiscal year? Is this an increase or a decrease? Yes, good. They are wearing out the shoes, all right? So let's draw our box and do BDA. So we always start with 100 in the before, and it says they wear out 30% of their supply, so of their shoes. What do I put in the after then? Good. It's decreased, so be sure you subtract. Okay, then it says they had an inventory of 2,400, and then how many remain at the end? Where does the 2,400 go? Yeah, it's the before. Okay, how many do we have at the end? So after they wear out 30% of them, so put your X at the bottom. Okay, cross this off. And again, that means I have 100 over 70 equals 2,400 over X. And we cross multiply. And divide by 100. Okay, you can cancel zeros, so 2 of these can cancel with 2 of these. So then I just need to do 7 times 24 and add a 0 onto there. So I'm going to do 24 times 7. 7 times 4 is 28. Carry the 2. Okay, 7 times 2 is 14, plus 2 is 16. And so I get 168, and I still have this 0 here that I have to multiply by. All right, and we want to put shoes. Pairs of shoes are how many are left? Whoops. Okay. All right. Christopher and Chad collected 40 items. When they added Kathy's items, their total increased by 150%. What was their new total after Kathy's items were added? All right, so is this an increase or a decrease box? Yep, it says increased by, so let's do B-I-A. We always start with 100. Okay, what goes in the I here? Yep, we increased by 150%, so this would be 250. All right, they had 40 items, and then they added Kathy's. What was their new total after it was added? So our 40 goes here. Okay, this represents Kathy's. We need to know how much they had at the end after it was all added together. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply right away here. So I have, cross this off, okay? So I have 100x equals 250 times 40, and divide by 100. Yes, you can cancel these zeros right here, so that's just 25 times 4, which is 1,000, and then it's whatever we were talking about. Actually, you guys, I lied. It's 100. 25 times 4. Just got carried away with those zeros. We already crossed those off. All right, 25 times 4 is 100, so then we get items. Okay. All right, Jane and Chris hide 500 Easter eggs. This is 25% more than they hid last year. How many Easter eggs did they hide last year? So is this an increase or a decrease? This is an increase, all right? They increased it, all right, BIA. So we start with 100. This is 25% more than last year, so we put our 25 here. This would be 125. Okay, this problem's a little bit different, which is why I'm still doing it. All right, they hide 500 Easter eggs. This is 25% more than last year. This meaning these 500 Easter eggs is 25% more than last year. Where does that 500 go? Yeah, it goes at the bottom. All right, how many did they hide last year? That's the before. All right, cross that off, and I'm assuming you guys can cross multiply those, okay, and get your answer. So make sure your answer is less than what you started with, just so you know. I don't know what the answer is actually, because I don't have it on here. Anyways, I believe you guys can do it. All right, let's try it.